So an offer in compromise, yes, technically will wipe out all the liabilities, but people that don't do tax controversy or don't know the nuances of dealing with the IRS often think that if you just submit an offer, it will get approved. And actually, the acceptance rate is pretty low. It's about 33%, and that's because the government gets a lot of bad offers. Our office will never, ever submit an offer just because the taxpayer wants one. I'm only going to submit an offer if I think that the taxpayer qualifies to settle their IRS tax debt. And it's based on a mathematical formula. Income minus necessary living expenses equals X multiplied by a number of months plus equity and assets equals your minimum offer amount. Now, oftentimes you can't offer less than that if you have some kind of special circumstance, and I call it an IT factor: age, health, disability, something that you could use a argument for why you can't pay the full amount back, and that's a special type of offer. But why is it bad to just blanket file offers, and if it doesn't get accepted, no big deal? Well, the problem is the offer in compromise actually tolls the statute of limitations. So if you file a bad offer, like for a taxpayer or for yourself, and you have a statute of limitations that's going to expire within a year or 2 years, then filing an offer in compromise that's not likely to get accepted will actually toll the statute of limitations on that tax debt and put the taxpayer in a worse position. They should have gone into currently non-collectible, let that tax debt expire, instead of going through the offer in compromise program, tolling the statute, adding approximately a year and a half to 2 years, because that's how long it takes the government to review an offer, and then the IRS just tell them that they're not going to accept our offer and put them in CNC. So that's how it can actually be damaging and harmful to a taxpayer. Now, even more frustrating, as taxpayers go to an OIC mill, they said, sure, we'll file an offer, we'll charge you like $5K, $7K, whatever. They file a bad offer. Not only did this taxpayer not qualify for the offer, they get rejected, the statute's told, they paid money, and now they're still going to be in CNC, which they could have done without going through that whole process. So knowing when and where and who is a good candidate is very important. Knowing what the statutes are, knowing the likelihood of whether that offer will get accepted is all important factors before an offer is even filed. Secondly, most people that file offers also have compliance issues, and they don't realize that if you have an offer accepted, you have a 5-year compliance window. You cannot owe taxes for 5 years. You have to file and pay on time. So a lot of times, if I have self-employed people, they still can't get it together. They're having years where they're still not filing and paying on time. Again, I'm not going to submit an offer and toll someone's statute if they can't get it together for at least 1 year. Like, you can't file and pay on time for at least 1 year. What's the point of going through the offer process, even if it gets accepted, for then you to default it and all the tax comes back? So these are the things that a tax attorney or somebody that does tax controversy thinks about before they file an offer. It's not just a math calculation, it's all of those thoughts.